Honoring the men and women who died in service to America. Many people participating in Memorial Day events across Southern California. You are watching The Rundown. I'm Adrian Arambulo in for Robin Winston. In Boyle Heights, a 24-hour vigil honoring veterans took place at the 5 Points Memorial.
What this day is to remember the people, all the soldiers, sailors, airmen, and anybody else that helped in the defense of the... They're the ones that left and their families and their kids, and they were fathers and sons, and they never got to come back. So we're here to remember those.
This ceremony has been happening there in Boyle Heights every Memorial Day for the past 75 years. A group in the Inland Empire is raising awareness to prevent veteran suicides with their annual Memorial Day event. The Veteran Suicide Awareness Project hosted its 7th annual Ruck March. The 22-mile-long walk represents the average of 22 veterans who die by suicide every day. It also raises awareness for mental health resources. Each person walks with a flag and a photo of a service member who died by suicide.
We really appreciate all the support, and we look for that support and, try to get this message out to stop this 22-a-day veteran suicide. It's really devastating to the veteran community and also to their families.
This group of veterans, loved ones, and supporters started from Norco and walked all the way to the Riverside National Cemetery. There's a special honor for veterans at Forest Lawn and Glendale. The Field of Honor not only pays tribute to military personnel, but also first responders and community leaders. Now, this tribute is made up of 1,000 American flags located right at the entrance of Forest Lawn. It is free to walk through, but visitors are encouraged to sponsor one or more of the flags on display. Proceeds will go towards community causes like veterans housing. Well, gas prices hit a new high as drivers hit the roads for the holiday. Perfect timing, right? The average cost of a gallon of regular is $6.16 in LA County. In Orange County, it's $6.14. Riverside, San Bernardino, and Ventura counties all over $6 a gallon. Memorial Day weekend travelers had to deal with more than just these record high prices. Dozens of flights were delayed or canceled over the holiday weekend at LAX. Hundreds of flights were scrapped nationwide because of bad weather, traffic control issues, and employees calling out sick because of COVID. So how's the weather going to be as you get back into the swing of things coming off the long holiday weekend? Here's meteorologist David Bigger.
Hi, Adrian. As we go through the next couple of days, temperatures will be warming up across the region. So as we start Futurecast right around Monday, 5 o'clock in the evening with clear skies, we're going to go through the overnight. I want to show you the marine layer and its return as we get into early Tuesday. This is 6 o'clock in the morning for Tuesday. Even though you see some low clouds here, it's not a very impressive low cloud deck. And this will actually very rapidly clear out as we go through Tuesday. And that will allow temperatures to warm up a bit more than what we're going to be seeing for Monday. Now, as we take a look at the overall pattern, it's all because high pressure is sitting just off the coastline for Tuesday. Underneath it, you have sinking air that squeezes out the marine layer. But as we go through the next couple of days, this will actually start to move its way across the region. So that will take away the marine layer really for Wednesday, but it will come back for Thursday. And it does look like we'll have some cooler temperatures coming our way as we go from Thursday and into the weekend. But we still have a couple of days of warmth ahead of us, with Wednesday being the warmest day. That's a look at the forecast. Back over to you, Adrian.
The Justice Department will open an investigation to look into law enforcement's response to the deadly school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. We've also learned that children who were trapped on campus called 911 begging for help. But police waited nearly an hour before taking out the shooter. President Biden and the First Lady visited the memorial outside of Robb Elementary School Sunday. They laid flowers out and comforted grieving families who also waited in long lines to pay their respects. We're also learning more about the terror that unfolded inside the school.
I just kept hearing boom, boom, boom. It just kept going off, and it felt like an eternity. I had one student laying on top of me.
What were you telling the kids?
I just told them, pray, pray, keep praying.
Well, now community members are demanding some accountability and answers after a Texas official admitted that police made the wrong decision by waiting to confront the shooter. Many people gathered in Irvine over the weekend to speak out against gun violence in light of the recent shootings in Texas, Laguna Woods, and Buffalo, New York. Many people were seen holding signs calling for gun reform.
They're frustrated. They want something done. And it doesn't seem to be any good reason. I mean, why should an 18-year-old who can't even buy a beer be able to buy an automatic rifle? It just doesn't make sense.
Talked with some people who told us they do not believe Congress is doing enough to stop gun violence. Well, the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was arrested on suspicion of DUI over the weekend. 82-year-old Paul Pelosi was taken into custody Saturday night in Napa County and charged with 2 misdemeanors. He was released on bail the next morning. A spokesperson for House Speaker Pelosi said she will not comment on this private matter. The arrest happened while she was on the East Coast. Well, if you've recently purchased organic strawberries, you may want to double check the label and you might want to toss them. The Food and Drug Administration and the CDC says 2 brands are possibly linked to a hepatitis A outbreak. The FDA says the potentially tainted fruit were packaged under the Fresh Campo and HEB labels. They were sold at several stores, including Sprouts, Trader Joe's, and Walmart. And they're urging anyone who bought these berries and froze them between March 5th and April 25th to throw them out. At least 17 cases of hepatitis A have been reported, a majority of them right here in California. A Woodland Hills woman and her pet survived a dangerous encounter with a wild animal. A coyote got inside her home through the doggy door. So this happened early Saturday morning. Julie Levine runs a dog rescue, didn't realize the coyote was inside until her dog started barking. The animal stuck around for 3 minutes before it made its escape. Levine only found out it was a coyote when she looked at her security camera video.
We had an unwanted fosterer come into the house. I think he got about 3/4 of the way down the hallway and kind of saw us, perhaps, and realized what he was up against, that, and kind of took off.
Levine thinks the coyote has been around before. Last week, surveillance cameras caught video of her neighbor chasing a coyote off his property. She says she's thankful that her dogs were not hurt. Top Gun Maverick cruised to the top of the box office this holiday weekend. Tom Cruise suited up in his flight gear once again and to his biggest domestic opening ever.
What the hell? Good morning, aviators. This is your captain speaking.
Top Gun Maverick pulled in $124 million through Sunday. The movie is expected to make a total of $150 million for the holiday weekend. Maverick picks up decades after the original, with Cruise's character returning to train a new generation of pilots for a crucial mission. And for one background actor, the new Top Gun movie brings back fond memories of being on the set of the original. 36 years ago, San Diego native Kimry Wilt says that she met Tom Cruise and didn't even know it. Wilt was working as an extra in the first Top Gun, playing a military wife, and during the shoot, she had a chance encounter with Cruise and did not realize her brush with fame until the movie came out.
I went through the craft services line, got my meal, and I went over and sat down at the table by him. And I noticed he was left-handed. We said something about being left-handed and talked about having birthdays in July or whatever. Very nice, very cute. He went his way, I went mine. And I had no clue until the movie came out that I was actually talking to Tom Cruise.
Wilt says she was invited back to work on the new Top Gun Maverick movie, so definitely a big part of her life. We can always get to news, weather, and traffic updates on the NBCLA app and on our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune in to Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. We'll bring you all the day's headlines, and we'll see you right here next time on The Rundown.